On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup episode number 21, which is my favorite number, and I love that number. My name's Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And I am Brian. You can call me Sergeant Ballistic. You can find me on Twitter at Sergeant Ballistic.
So, man, how funny has this pre-show been?
This is great. This is like, I think I've seen almost every episode, and this is probably the best.
Yeah.
And not just because I'm on it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay, man. No, but seriously, you can watch the uncut version. Right now, my tweet has 87 retweets and 91 favorites. We are after Bethany Moda. Hopefully something happens. If it does, I will be jumping in my backyard into the pile of snow. So let's hope it happens. But quick, a couple of things I want to mention. Some giveaways will be coming up. So make sure you're ready because it's going to happen. And you'll oh my God, you will learn more soon. I just want to give you a heads up that will be happening. And also, fun fact of the day, actually something really, really exciting is also happening. There's a new service that I'm using. You could, man, I gotta get this number. I always do this. I always mess up. Okay, let's see here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Text the word live to 94033. If you do that, and all the information is below, you will get text alerts when I'm going live for a hangout, when I'm going live for the show, when I'm going live because I want to. You will be able to learn. Why are people saying I'm stupid in the chat? Oh, that's probably someone else. But yeah, so that's what you want to do. You'll get all the alerts. All that information is down below. And yeah, is that everything I wanted to say? Not that you would know, but yeah.
That's for the real true setup addicts, the guys who need to know when you're going live.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the other thing I'll have you mention. For people that don't know about Setup Addicts, what is it and how can they join?
Setup Addicts is a new Facebook group. You can join by going to www.setupaddicts.com.
That is correct, yeah.
Because you got the domain name unlocked. Yeah, and it's just a place on Facebook where we can all hang out, look at each other's setups, post pictures, post builds, and just communitize. That's a word.
It is. Did you just make it, or is it a thing?
I coined it.
Okay, cool.
I'm somewhat of a wordsmith.
I was gonna say I have the domains unlocked. You got the words unlocked. That's good. I like that. So yeah, guys, setupaddicts.com, over 500 and almost 50 people. So it's really exciting. But okay, here we go. Let's talk about setups because I know people are starting to get a little, crazy about that. Setups, but here we go. This is submitted. Wait, can I just say that all these setups are really good this episode?
Yeah, I'm surprised. They're good, really not just like crazy monitors everywhere, but good as in well thought out, and also good as in having a lot of potential, which I like. Like
points in every different category, which is unheard of. So here we go. The first setup is submitted by Jackson. Jackson is 17 from Melbourne, Australia. He's planning to expand in the near future by getting a larger desk to fit a double monitor layout. And he also said that the Samsung monitor pictured is actually used as a desktop extender and for his PS4. So, okay, right off the bat, everything about this setup is so clean and so nice and personal and stuff like that. But my biggest complaint is do you see the games stacked to the side of the desk?
I knew you were gonna go right after that.
Like, I can't. I just can't. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I looked at your USM score and I was like, yeah, he's going after him. On one hand, it's somewhat usable because they're right there. Yeah. On the other hand, they're not out of sight. I mean, they're very well lined up and organized, and they're right next to the PS4. But, Goodwill, $9, you can get a shelf to put them on. So,
yeah, that's the thing, though. He should have just had
He's got a lot of games, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. And that's weird because the PS4 is pretty new. And to have that many games is like, that's a lot of money right there. But yeah, so what are your thoughts also on the Gatorade bottle to the left? Like, what's up with that?
You gotta hydrate, man.
Yeah, but on the
whatever
carpet.
he's doing at his desk, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
He doesn't want it in range of knocking over on his stuff. I don't know. Again, you know, you can get a little something to put it on. I did think that was a little odd.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I think that's what needs to be done. But personality, don't you agree? It's all there.
yeah, he's got some pictures on the background over the bed on the right. The bed's really close, and you can see like a book and some other stuff. That kind of hurt his some score. But yeah, he's got. I'm guessing that's Charles Barkley.
Probably.
With the Suns, with the spandex sticking out the high shorts.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know because I don't know.
Yeah, so he definitely got some personality. You can see. I can tell he's. How old did you say he was? Like 17.
17.
Yeah, that looks like a 17-year-old guy's room.
Yeah. And
So.
what I really like about it is that the desk works perfect. And I love how he's like, I'm going to get another one so I can fit the monitors. I can make it work, which is it's awesome that he realizes that. And he's not just going to try to fit it on there. I love.
Yeah, that shows a little bit of maturity.
Yeah,
That's
like
kinda,
he's not just going to buy the monitor and shove it on there and make it look terrible. So I really like it. It's someone said it's a pee bottle. Probably not. It's a Gatorade bottle. I don't know if you'd waste a bottle on that.
yeah, he might get them mixed up. There's two. There's like one has Gatorade in it.
And you never know. Gatorade's yellow now. So
yeah.
But that carpet, man, that is vacuumed. It is clean. Everything
nice.
about this is just is perfect. I love it. And the only thing is the speaker behind the one monitor, but your desk is just too small. So I'm not going to knock you for that. I think that honestly, people would look at that setup and say, "Oh, that's not that good. It's not a huge setup. It doesn't got 37,000 monitors, blah 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 blah." But I think you would agree. We look at this, and this is a stunning setup.
I love stressing that, especially on setup addicts. You know, some people are like, "You need triple monitors." Maybe you don't.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like, you know, if they have a huge desk and there's nothing on it, that could be a problem. But you know, with this desk. One thing I'm going to hit him on, he's got an Acer computer there, and then he's got the Mac keyboard. What's up with that?
Bro, some people like that clickety-clacking. The what do they call
like your
what kind
chiclets?
Of chiclet. Yeah, chiclet clicking. They like it.
No,
they like
it's not
it.
for me.
It's good.
Okay. It's not.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you could hear. I just recently got my mechanical keyboard, so I've been liking that. But I could go back any day, honestly. Not a problem here. But yeah, anything else you want to say about the setup? I think we pretty much hit all the main points.
Yeah, get a shelf for the games. I think it will actually just add, you know, to the setup a little bit if they're kind of nicely organized and stuff like that on the right-hand side.
Yeah, so that is that. The next setup is submitted by Noah, and Noah is 15 from Maryland. And, well... Maryland. Yeah, Maryland. Yeah, so he said he does have a hook on, which I think I see the hook anyway.
Yeah, a little command hook.
Yeah, for the headphones, but he said he didn't showcase it, but I mean, I do see it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are the headphones at, though?
Yeah, where are the headphones at now? But yeah, this setup is like confusing, but not. It's clean, but it's not. And it's confusing, but it's not. And I'm just going to keep saying things like that and annoy people. But honestly, my honest thoughts, which is why I said honestly, is it's so confusing.
Yeah, the color scheme right out the gate kind of, you know, and it might be stuff that he got and couldn't, you know, control by himself. Stuff like that. But, you know, the color of the wall, the color of the dresser, the color of the desk.
Yeah, and it's...
kind of throws it off for me a little bit.
It reminds me of my childhood. Well, the furniture that my parents had when I was a child. The thing to the right, it looks just like something I had in my living room, and it creeps me out because it makes me think I'm looking at my baby pictures or something. But yeah, man.
Are you Matt from the past or the future?
Yeah, the one waiting to talk to Bethany Moda. But yeah, like, oh god, I had like a frog in my throat. The one thing I don't really like are these kinds of desks, but I know it's up to the person. It just looks, the top, is it orange? Is it like a weird wood? Like, what is it? You know?
Yeah, I wonder if it came like that or if he painted it. If he painted it, he actually did a good job. But I haven't seen too many desks in that color. So
yeah. And what I don't like about it is not the actual desk, it's the side desk that houses that ugly ass printer and like the random certificate.
Well, the thing I don't like about the desk is the crossbar, going in the middle. I feel like your knees would hit it.
Oh God, no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. And the walls, they look dirty. Like scrub, get a sponge or something. I mean, geez.
The Mr. Clean, magic things.
Exactly.
They're square and they're white. And they're clean stuff.
Yeah, or get the black one. There's no problems with that either. Just, but yeah. So I also don't like the random things along the side of the wall. Very random, but yeah, I think that is just. And actually, someone just said it. Carl Hinkle, awesome dude, said it's a funky setup, but it works. And I think that describes it so perfectly. It is so quote unquote funky, but at the same time, it works. He's got everything he needs. The PC is so sick. It just does not look like it fits there.
This is one where I think the potential is there because he's got some good stuff. And a new desk and getting that dresser out of the way and getting some of the random things out of the way could definitely net him like another at least 15 points.
Yeah. So that's really, I think that's all we need to talk about as far as his setup goes. This next setup, let's see if I know how to say his name. Rafiq, something like that. Thanks for submitting your setup. Rafiq is he's 16 years old from Egypt.
Wow.
Egypt.
International.
Yeah. He says he generally does some programming, but he does a ton of browsing. Okay. And
he's got enough screens for browsing.
Yeah. I mean, really. And he also ordered a mechanical keyboard, which he wants us to know. And yeah, let's see. Soundproof room, that's pretty cool. 3D projector, IKEA desk, bookshelf, and yeah, he also says he does have LED lights, which I guess would be the ones behind the wall that are like just white, I would assume. Or that's the lamp.
Is that the lamp?
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
Show off the LED lights, bro.
Yeah, you got to turn them on. You got to illuminate. But yeah,
I seriously gave somebody 2 points because they had a second picture with LEDs today.
Really?
Yeah, I gave them points, and then I moved to the next picture and saw the LEDs. I'm like, I got to give them more points.
Yeah, you got to give them more because that's what it's all about. It's about that accessorizing. Got to make it happen. And this setup, I think it just screams simplicity, modern, just modern. And it's just, I don't know. It's very IKEA. It's very bleh, but it's also what works.
Yeah, I actually thought he was older. I would have guessed he was in his 20s. It kind of makes me think of Mike Detroit Borg a little bit. Just pretty orderly, except for the little area where he's got like a little charging box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like that. He got something so he could hide his cables, but then he kind of just stacked the phones there. So, but yeah, definitely very clean, very modern. Makes me think Scandinavia or something like that.
Yeah,
but, that's the IKEA.
It's funny. He's gonna get a lot of hate, and we look past the sort of brand of whatever it is you may be using, especially since I love Apple, and I just unplugged my Mac in the process of doing that. But I absolutely love it, and this is kind of overkill. 2 laptops. I'm like, dude, why? My one laptop is more than enough. But hey, if that's what works for you, you do you, man.
Yeah. I would have gone with like get rid of the laptop and have like a tablet or something like that. That would have been.
Yeah, I don't even use tablets, to be honest. I don't. Me no bueno. That doesn't even make sense. But what are your thoughts?
That's just because you got that HP Stream.
I got rid of that already. I was like, I'm about to run out of time on this return policy, so I sent that back in a heartbeat. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on the bland walls? Do you think it like works, or do you think he should not do that?
So he's got the poster on the right, and then he's got, it looks like a cork board and like a schedule and stuff up there to keep organized and all that kind of stuff. I wish it was more even all the way across. He's got that picturesque, it looks like the New York skyline or something like that. If he had like a big one across the back, that was like a landscape, that would look ballin'. Blackout in the chat, he's like, look at that view though. Like, I've seen people do that where they make it look like a window and you're like, oh, you're in Egypt, but you're looking at, New York. I think that would look good. And then maybe just put the schedule stuff on the left and it would kind of even stuff out. Because right now, that left side is just like.
But what if that wasn't a picture? Imagine it was real and you just looked out at that. That is sick.
That would be sick. You got a penthouse.
I think that is so cool. Oh my God. Someone just made me freak out. Hold on. People need to stop lying.
Are they trolling?
Someone said that Bethany replied, and Bethany did not reply. So stop it. Stop. Bad. Dude, my heart, I'm not even kidding. It was here, and then it was all the way down there. Don't do that to me. That is, anytime someone says that, I'm not going to ever... Okay, more than one person is saying it. Oh my God.
But there's a lot of trolls.
People on the internet, you're making me go to her page right now during my show. That shouldn't be a thing. I shouldn't stop doing setups to just look at this. She didn't answer, guys. I'm leaving her page up. You guys suck. Plus my phone would go off because she's got like 2.37 million followers. So
yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
you can trust AO. He's like, she hasn't answered.
Yeah. Thank you, AO.
We'll just ask AO. AO, be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Bolo.
Yeah. Do it for me. But yeah. So, anything else you want to say about his setup?
Another really good, potentially great setup. It makes me think a little bit of Tech Century, who posted his setup. He is a sick setup tour, very white, very Apple.
He's got my monitors, but the smaller ones.
The AOC, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I think if you just add a little bit more character, your score would go up.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
Because there's a theme there, but it's lacking a little bit of character.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. You can't say, "Oh, I'm going for simplicity." It's like, yeah, as my voice is like all dry. Yeah, but at the same time, you're not doing it 100%. It's kind of like halfway there. So definitely do that. Oh my God, I'm not reading the chat anymore. I'm done with you guys. If you're gonna keep doing that, I'm not gonna read it.
You cried wolf too many times.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so next up is submitted by Sam. Sam wrote probably the longest I've ever read on a show.
You say that every week.
Yeah, I know. He never said anything. So yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah, Sam. Anyways, let's take a look at Sam's setup. Personality, yes. He's got all those posters. I mean, all the shots are very weird. You can't really get a sense of what the room's actually like. But at the same time, he's showing off what really mattered at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like the shelving is cool, but I wish I could see it from far away. I like the setup, but I wish I could see it far away. I wish I could see what the walls looked like. I wish I could see all that. But obviously, that's not going to happen.
Is there a second setup in this setup picture? Yo, dog, there's a setup in your setup. I heard you like setups, Matt. So. You see the other monitors behind his monitor?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but it's...
I want to see a wide shot of this room. Maybe this is the only clean part or something like that, but I really want to see a wide shot.
Yeah, so here's my question to you. What are your thoughts on the cable management from the second photo?
Effort was put in. He realizes it's a problem, but he could have taken it to the next step. What are you gonna say, Matt?
What, man? Velcro? Is that
yeah.
Velcro, man. He needs it, right? Uh-oh. Did Brian just cut out? I think Brian cut out. All right, guys. So you kind of saw a little bit. Something happened. Skype blew up. Whole thing. Love Skype. Love you. But now we're going to move on to the next setup. Next setup is submitted by Anthony, and I'm talking kind of fast because I'm a little worried that we're not going to be able to get the show done. So here we go. This setup is submitted by Anthony. Anthony is an electrical engineering junior, and he also... Yeah, I'm kind of going to stop talking like that. He made this setup to be super, extremely productive. And yeah. Specs and stuff are available at pimpmysetup.com/Q. Comments, man. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the setup? Because I don't have a lot to say because I'm not into that electrical
I gave more
side.
points than you did because...
You get it.
Some of you might know I did computer engineering, So, sorry, I just got a random text from like a weird person. But yeah, he's got like an oscilloscope up there. He's got breadboards. He's got like a power regulator and just a whole bunch of stuff. Is that a 3D printer? It looks like some kind of maker bot. So Jerry would probably like.
It's actually
I was gonna say like something very graphic, but he'd be happy to see that.
Yeah, it's a printer bot, Simple 1405.
There you go. Jerry would go on like ad nauseum about that for like a half an hour. But yeah, I know what that's like. I know what he's going through in terms of like school and trying to also play games and stuff like that. Like it's rough. Did he say what university he's at?
He did not.
So, all right. But looks like he built the desk. I'm guessing it's kind of like a little workbench, and then he's got like a little offshoot thing to the side. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why you scored it the way you did, but I think I gave him a few more points. But still, he can. I like the little resistor chart. I have that same one too. I'm like geeking out. I'm having flashbacks to like
flashback to
year.
Vietnam. But yeah,
it was rough.
I don't get most of it, so I can't really, knock him for his productivity or the usability. I can't do that because it's not my area to talk. But as far as the things that I can talk about, I like that he's got the headphones hung up. I like that he's got everything super clean on the one side. I like just the way it works. A little bit of wire management would be key, but there's not really a lot for me to say here. It's just out of my element, and I think that for what he's going for, it's like perfect. It has everything he needs in the way he needs it. So
yeah, it's like, especially like he's at an advantage like having this stuff, because I used to have to go to labs because I didn't have an oscilloscope and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
he's able to do this stuff at home. So usability, he's definitely like doing it up with that. But agree with what you said. It's kind of hard to tell if you don't know what most of that stuff is.
Yeah,
you don't know Bobby Benter.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. So here we go. This next setup is my favorite, I think, of all time.
Yeah, it's good.
What? Oh, you don't like it?
I'm gonna knock him on like two things. No, it's good. It's really good. It's just one thing pisses me off. I'm starting off with that damn. Is that a vacuum cleaner wire?
No,
if it's a vacuum cleaner wire,
it's for the softbox. If you look in the third picture. Yeah.
Velcro, son.
Yeah, but I don't think he has it there at all times, and I think that's why.
I know what that's like because I got softboxes behind me, but
yeah, so that's probably why.
Is there not another plug on the wall somewhere else? Because it would have been like almost down perfect,
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that, but man.
I'm gonna Photoshop that out.
Do it. There you go. Then it's a perfect picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as wire management though, when you look at the next photo, it's amazing. The LEDs are amazing.
Yeah. So I thought I had pretty good wire management, and then I saw this, and I just like now I have to kill myself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, just everything about it is so beautiful, and I love how Pimp My Setup is open on his iPhone, iPad, MacBook, his secondary display, his main display, just everywhere and anywhere. My site is up there, and I freaking love it. I love the speaker stands. I love everything about this.
Those are ISO acoustics. Those are like $99, but I hear they're some of the best speaker stands you can get. I just want to go through all the things in this setup because it's some really nice stuff.
I just don't like the Yeti.
Yeah, you're prone to not liking the Yeti. If you had like a mic stand, that would help out.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is... It's like a workbench. It says like Gladiator on it. I've never seen that desk before or that like style of workbench, but...
Yeah. Well, here, let me quickly... I forgot to read this off. It's an 8-foot carbonized bamboo desk, which is insane.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah, and... He said that there's really nothing visible as we could see, and I love his monitor. It is a 32-inch insane freaking what is the, how do you say HD with the Q in front of it? What is the Q
QHD 1440?
Yeah, what does the Q stand for again? I forget.
Quad
high def. Sure, he said it's a 32-inch.
I forget.
QHD.
I don't even remember.
I know what it is. I just can't think of it right this second. Now I look really stupid. But the best part is that he says he put a heavy emphasis on black and aluminum throughout, which I definitely agree. I love it. I don't think he needs to put anything on the walls because I think it just, everything about the setup is perfect. And my favorite part is the third picture, which I'm putting on the screen right now, how he uses it for streaming. He has that green screen up against that wall. It's like, I love it so much. Just so hot and sexy, and just
gets work done. I just love like the aluminum, like you were saying, the black and the aluminum, even in the PC case, which is like a Inwin. Is that like a 902 or something like that?
Like that, yeah.
It's well thought out. Even the freaking he got the Microsoft webcam, like the HD webcam, instead of like a C920 or something like that. Probably just because it matched the setup.
Yeah. So.
The phone stand, the monitor stand.
It's everything about it. It's just, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, definitely one of the best setups I think that's been on the show. And people are saying needs more monitors. Why?
That's
does
a
it look
big
like
ass
he's a
display.
Does it look like he's a hardcore gamer? With that PC, which is I think a micro ATX PC. This probably does well for him.
Yeah. Well, I think that they don't understand how crazy that display is and how it technically is like multi displays in one. People kind of forget that, but I think that this setup is insane. I love it so much. But now we're gonna move on to next setup. Next setup is submitted by Kevin. Kevin, whenever I think of the name Kevin, I think of what is that movie? Home Alone. It's like
Wait, is it Kevin?
Kevin.
Is it Kevin or Kevon?
Whoa.
It's got an A, right?
It's got an A, but I don't know if that's how you say it.
Kevon.
Oh, well, Kevin or Kevon, whoever you be. This setup, well, he didn't really say anything, so I don't really have anything to go off of for him. But regardless, it's here. I'm gonna let you take this one away.
It made me happy in certain ways, sad in other ways. Cable management started off with, you see that really clean bundled up bundle right there.
Yep.
What you always talk about, what I always talk about, if you can see a cable but it's nice and bundled up, it's great. Then he's got the box. I think that's from what is that company? Blue something?
Blue Lounge, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Lounge. But then he's got if you look over to the right a little bit, he's got the coax cable is falling out of the wall, and stuff like that. If you're taking a picture for Pimp My Setup, get some Scotch tape and just tape that to the wall. And if you take the same care with the wires on the left as you do on the right, it'll just, because my eye gets drawn to that.
Yeah,
it's an eyesore, and our eyes are gonna go straight to those type of things.
Yeah.
So that was one of my biggest things, was just if you could have just spent 5 more minutes setting stuff up. I'm imagining you're not liking the boxes on the desk.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. And
yeah, and the watches, I'm not sure if that's where he actually keeps his watches or if he's just
showing them off. Yeah. But
I kind of understand that, but
yeah, I think that the curtain's weird too. It's so small. It's
it's kind of bulging out too. Is there something in the window?
Yeah, like a AC or something. It's I don't know. It's just weird because it's so small, and I don't know. You have to put something on that wall to go with it because it's just looking really, really weird. I would frame the poster. I would just kind of give love to the walls a little more in this setup, and
I like how the Xbox is propping up. Oh, it's not propping up the monitor. It's on a monitor stand. But
yeah,
that would have made me laugh if he was just using the Xbox to prop up the monitor.
Yeah,
and he's got the kind of beastly PC over there on the left, which I want some.
It's on carpet.
More air. Yeah, I want some gap between that.
Yeah, so I would put that on a stand or something. But
they sell really tall standoff legs that can fit on most cases, MN PC Tech.
Yeah, so
check those out.
I just. I know you already mentioned it, but still, those boxes are killing the whole setup. It's too much, and I don't know. It's just weird for me, and I think that there's just too much going on the desk. Like you mentioned, the cables. I would agree with everything you said about that, and I don't know. I guess that the TV to the side is more so for when you're on the bed or something like that. That's most likely in that room. But I just think that the walls are empty, things like that. Just fix that up, and you'll be set.
Where are the Astros at? Do you see them? Because I see the Astros box, which is on display, but I don't see the Astros.
Huh. Good point.
You know what I mean? It's if you got that box out there, you're showing off the box.
Yeah.
Where are the actual? You need to be showing off the headset. I need to see that more than I see the box.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the examples of I think not doing the boxes right. If they were on a shelf and they were kind of tangential, which I think we're going to see in a second, they were kind of not in the main setup. They're just kind of an accessory.
Yeah. I agree. So, I mean, yeah, it's really just a couple of things that need to be fixed. And, I mean, he does have the LEDs, which I like. That's always a plus. But, I don't know. I think that's really all I have to say about it. What about you?
Another one was he's got good stuff. So, I think with another thing, the left monitor hanging so far off kind of bothers me. I know it's probably safe. It's probably not a problem. It just kind of, I wish he had a longer L desk on that left side, and then maybe a shorter one on the right for just that little MacBook.
Yeah,
it's a 13-inch MacBook or something like that. But
yeah. So there you go. This next and final setup is submitted by Brennen, and may I add, he joined the Setup Addicts Facebook group and joined the last hangout And if you guys want to do that, setupbacks.com. He's awesome. I love meeting people like him. He's so chill. He's just a really nice guy. And he's like, hey, I actually bought a FastPass the other day. And I was like, nice. Well, there you go. So this is the setup before this was a FastPass. This is also a FastPass. And the queue is empty if you guys want to get your own FastPass. Perks.pimpmysetup.com. That's the place to go. But yeah, so this setup, basically what he told me, he wrote a whole email. If you guys want to know about it, I'll post it in the Setup Addicts page, or I'll have him post it. He basically said this whole setup was inspired by Barnacules and Jay's 2 cents. And
I can see that. I totally see that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And he's 25. He works in IT, and cable management is a big part of his job, so he tried to apply it to his setup at home. He mainly uses his PC for gaming and streaming. He's a huge Battlefield fan, and he said most of the cables are tied up with Velcro straps. Represent
what?
Yeah, and gaffer's tape, whatever. I forget how to say.
For photography. Yeah.
Nice. Is it gaffers or gaffers? It's gaffers.
I say gaffers.
I thought it was gaffers.
Because gaffers makes people giggle.
Yeah, there you go. And then. Yeah, he has LEDs mounted to the back of the monitors, and and he basically said that the shelf with all of the boxes are because those are all from systems that he's built. So
I was gonna say this guy looks like he's either like a full-time system integrator or he builds PCs on the side, because I'm like, there's no reason you should have to have 3 of those M5A 99X boxes.
Yeah.
I actually have that motherboard in my editing rig. It's a really nice motherboard.
Yeah, he said
but
that.
I was like, what?
He builds custom systems for his brother, dad, nephew, and other people that have recently just got into gaming PC.
Nice.
And he's actually in the works with custom water cooling loops. And
like, dog, is this guy me? Like,
there you go. The only thing is he mentioned that he wants to get a Blue Yeti. I'm so happy he joined the Hangout, because I totally told him not to do that, which is exciting.
Yes. What, did he settle on something?
I think he's going for the AT2005 or
2035,
something like that. Well,
2020 or 2020 or 2035 would be great.
2005 though, $50, and it's like my mic. It's pretty nice. Yeah. But yeah, so he basically, I just read a lot of his stuff, but there's a lot more if you guys want to know all the specifics. But yeah, as far as this is crazy. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, and I know my thoughts on these things, but I want to know, what are your thoughts as far I'm reading the chat, and I just said, because people are saying how to say gaffer or gaffer.
They're just gonna make people giggle.
Yeah. What are your thoughts as far as the shelf with all the boxes?
So he got like actual L brackets, which I think is good, because I'm not sure the like the IKEA floating ones would hold that much stuff, because they're mostly empty boxes, but still. Yeah. I think it fits into, especially hearing you go over kind of his stuff. It kind of fits into his thing. I can see you totally knocking off some points, because it might be a little bit too much for you.
It is.
The shelves not being even bothers me a little bit. It kind of messes with me. I want them to be on the same level. And then the wires, I kind of like the idea of hanging the speakers, but I want those wires to be hidden somewhere better. Maybe if you can leave a gap in the back of the shelves, route the wire up on top behind all the stuff where you can't see it, and then come straight down. I'm not sure if that's possible. Yeah. But that's my thought on the shelves. I knowing that he builds computers and he's really into building them, not just having one that's awesome, which he does have really nice. I think it's like a 900D or something like that. But knowing that he builds them, it works for me. It's part of the theme, part of the character of it.
Yeah, and I think actually Bree from Setup Addicts just said this in the comments, and I can't agree enough. She said, I like the boxes, but there's an awful lot of them. And I think that is exactly the best way to say it. I don't mind it. I like it. I think it looks good in the setup. Yeah. I just think that there's way too much going on. And if you were to just kind of clean it up, it would look insane. Like center those boxes of the motherboards. Make it like a presentation. Don't just slap them up there,
Yeah. But because it's like when you build a computer, it's like your child.
Yeah.
And you want to have, some things left over. So I can see why he's keeping them. I think it's a bit much, give those motherboards to the people who like the boxes. Give them to the guys who need it. Yeah. Or he's probably fixing them also. So
yeah, he probably takes it as kind of like how what is it, back in the day they would like chop the head off of the person they killed as like a trophy. It's probably what he's doing. You know what I mean?
It's like
that was probably a really gruesome example, but
he's slayed their old crappy computers and bestowed them with the PC Master Race.
Yeah.
Lord Gaben is happy with this setup, I gotta say.
Yeah. And someone just said again that Bethany responded, I swear to God, one more person, dude.
Jericho. That guy.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, Jericho. Damn you, Jericho. Anyways,
yeah, nice setup overall if we want to get back into the program.
Yeah, stop it, guys. Yeah, I like, though, that the monitors are just, I think everything about them is perfect in the way that they're displayed. And actually I'll switch to an even fuller shot so people can kind of see. The wire management is almost 100% on point. I mean, there's like 3 things I would just kind of squeeze a little tighter and get a little more Velcro around to kind of make it one more. Or even I would get like a not even a runway, but maybe like some cable, like the tubing necessarily.
Yep.
Like I would get that, just kind of take it into one big pile instead. I love the chair. I love the computer, the way it looks, the case, the lights, everything. I love your LEDs. I love, the desktop is actually not as cluttered as I would expect from you, considering your shelf is crazy. Literally everything is so nice, and the curtains that he has to the right, those are brand new. I know that because I was talking to him. So I love that was a good idea to get those in there, because it was like some ugly white ones before that looked disgusting. Yeah. So that makes a big difference. I really, dude, it comes down to the shelf that just kind of makes me want to
I think the best way to describe it for me is, even though I love it, I'm obviously into it, it makes it a little unbalanced. Like, because you have such a clean bottom shelf, and that's probably because you have all that stuff up there. But when everything is so heavy centric on the top, which kind of works. It's good because you want to draw eye there. But I actually didn't spend as much time looking at the actual setup because I was trying to identify every single box up there. And you've got cool stuff in the setup. So, even like in this picture, it doesn't show off the LED lights all that well. I don't know if he has a dark one.
He did. It wasn't. It had like his old stuff in it, so I didn't want to show that. Kind of threw it off.
Because I feel like I'm actually going to do something where I run the LEDs up the back of my all my monitors to get a little bit more height out of the LEDs soon. So like I really like that idea. But all that stuff up top did draw my eye away. I noticed the PC third. I noticed the shelf, the monitors, and then the PC. Yeah. And I want the PC to be a little bit more in the forefront. You got it kind of like catty corner, like Jay has Skunkworks, which I really like.
Yeah. People coming in here and they're advertising, like that makes me feel good, but at the same time it's like, stop. But anyways,
you're doing something right when people are crashing.
I know.
Stream advertising,
but that doesn't stop me from blocking them. But yeah, so now is the part of the show where we talk numbers. We talk the score of every setup in this episode. So the first setup submitted by Jackson. Jackson walked away with an 82, followed by Noah with a 57. Rafik or whatever his name is walked away with a 68, and Sam walked away with a 73, followed by Anthony with a 64. Michael walked away with an 87, and Kevin or Kavan or blah 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 walked away with a 66, and Brandon walked away with a 79, which means our winners for this episode are Michael and Jackson.
I'll give him a golf clap.
Yeah, I think that surprised a lot of people that Jackson, came up in second place, but that just goes to show, it doesn't matter about what you have. It's about how you use it. And seriously, good job, guys. Yeah. Awesome setups. Brandon's setup was awesome. Kavan, Michael, Anthony, Sam, Rafik, Noah, Jackson, all your setups were awesome. I think this has to be one of the best queue of setups in one episode so far.
Definitely.
It's been really good.
And I want to see these guys on Setup Addicts, and I want to see what improvements they make. See, the stuff that we recommended. If you were in the chat or if you're watching this later, like make some of those improvements and put them on Setup Addicts, and people will definitely, comment and give you props for it. So
yeah, without a doubt, that's the beauty of Setup Addicts. You could join and we could get live updates on what you're doing. We want to see it. We want to see where you take it, because we just said how much we love all the setups, but you may have gotten a 73. But those little changes we talked about will get you to that 100. I'm telling you, it is possible. Make it happen. And yeah, so I think that's it. Anything else you wanna say? One last thing. Make sure you guys go over to Brian's Twitter and help him out. What was your tweet to that company? Because for the people watching, but also
All right, I'm going to see. Can you guys see those boxes in the background?
They can see it.
Those beautiful boxes. I've got a case from Fractal Design. They're actually a sponsor for this build. And then I've got some a Mobo, i7 4790K, a power supply from Fractal Design. I'm trying to get the rest of the parts for this build. I still need RAM. And I still need GPUs. GPUs are going to be a little hard to get, but I think I can probably get some either review samples or sponsored RAM from this company called Evexer. They actually make RAM that matches that motherboard. It's like got this nice white camo. This is the Z97 Sabertooth Mark S. It's going to be an all-white build. It's going to be sick. I need small things like RAM in order to push it over the top. So I tweeted at them, said I'd love to feature their RAM in the build, and I just need the help.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a new tweet.
All right.
You're going to make the tweet right after we get off air.
Word.
And everyone watching live is going to go and hit it with a favorite or retweet, and they're going to respond saying, do it, or, well, don't say anything else. Just say, do it. Don't make it like a threat, because then that becomes an issue. But if you're watching this later on, go to his Twitter. Obviously, it's linked below. Hit him up. Help him out. And make sure you follow on Setup Addicts. And you're posting it online as tech tips for him as well?
Yeah. I'll link that out to everybody. I already did it in Setup Addicts.
Yeah.
You should join Setup Addicts. Have we mentioned that?
Yeah, Setup Addicts. So go there. You're going to post everything there. Follow along. Help him out. He's definitely... Honestly, we went from me just saying, hey, come on my show, to now we're like really, really good friends. So
we're close.
Oh, we're so close. And we're going to be meeting up, if everything goes as planned, next month. And that's going to be insane. So
that's going to be legit.
Yeah. So, guys... That's the power of the internet. Thanks for watching this episode number 21, recorded live on February 18th, 2015. My name is Matt Philly. Check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly.
I am Brian, but you can call me Sergeant Ballistic. You can check me out on Twitter at Sergeant Ballistic.
There you go. All those links will be down below, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the Flippity Flow.
Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow at Pimp My Setup on Twitter for the latest info about the show. And check out swashin.tv/schedule to know when we'll be live again. Stay up to date with Matt Philly by following him on Twitter at Matt Philly. And until next time, we'll catch you on the Flippity Flop.